And they just went super hard into that. But they got that insight totally from asking consumer over and over again, like, hey, when you use Betty Crocker stuff, when are you using it? Tell us about the moment that you use it and how that moment makes you feel. And it was almost like, it was just overwhelmingly like, I make brownies on a Saturday afternoon, which is literally the only time all week that I'm not super busy. And I do it because I know that the other people that my family, the folks that I live with, love it, and it makes them feel good. And that makes me feel good. Right. And I can't believe that I remember that, because I didn't really work on that brand that much. So it gave me the warm and fuzzies, so I guess it stuck in my head.
So you really then, I guess, and it sounds to me like as you define your personas, your journey maps, and then your communication, it was all centered around moments, and the moments were really again, it's where the time where she's most likely using or experiencing your brand. And so then you would talk about and try to get to it when you discuss with her those moments.
Yeah, it was about like, what are the moments that we can make the biggest impact, or like, what are the moments that our brands are most emotionally relevant, right? It's like, how do we like affect a consumer's day? Like, what is our moment where we can like make the biggest positive sentimentality impact? And then we just went hard on those moments.
Did you ever?
Go ahead. Well, I was just going to ask about technology solutions, but if you want to wrap this up.
No. Go ahead real quick. The next 4 minutes you can do that.
Yeah. Were there any specific tech tools or systems that you guys used that were really intrinsic to your success? Like, we're hearing a lot of people try to go with Salesforce or something of that sort, like some sort of CRM system. But, in CPG, we find with less digital interaction, something like that's a little harder to pull off. How do you guys kind of manage the tech piece of all of it?
I really, really, really recommend a piece of social listening software called Crimson Hexagon, if you guys aren't working with them.
I love Crimson Hexagon.
Yeah, Crimson Hex was really, especially for the work that I did that was like very centered around digital listening, social media listening and digital strategy. Like, that was absolutely essential. And there were a lot of like analytics products that I worked with in terms of like, I had a pretty close relationship directly with the Twitter and Instagram folks and the ladies over at Pandora. But man, Crimson Hexagon made my life so much easier and provided so much insight into what was going on, right?
Yeah.
I was the first like dedicated social media director that they had ever had on Cheerios. And so I mostly had to build that social listening strategy. And by the end of my time on that brand, like, it had become a major marketing touch point for that brand team. Is like, Pete, tell us what Twitter thinks of Cheerios this week. Because people don't hold back. They assume that you aren't listening, like that the brand is not paying attention. So they just kind of say what they really think. And that sort of brutal honesty came in handy a lot.
Gotcha. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. That's kind of all I have, Jackie.
No, I'm good. I want to thank you. I'm glad we patiently waited. I know that, there's always things that come up, but I'm glad that we got together. I appreciate your time and insights. You were able to provide a lot of detail, which really always helps us. And we may come back with more questions, but we do appreciate your time, and thank you very much.
Yeah, of course. I'm happy I could help out. I was like, I'm a creative director, not a consumer insights guy, but I'm glad I had some details to give you guys. Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much.
All right. Bye.
Cool. Yeah. Have a good day, guys.